All right, here's another threads journey. Where is it? All right, Gem Horror's Tattoo said, should tattoo apprenticeships be paid? Thoughts? So I first started reading paid in the knowledge and experience of what they want to learn and keep their pockets full when they become a licensed tattooer. That's what we do here at Final Sin. Knowledge and experience doesn't hold much weight nowadays. There's people teaching courses, TikTok tutorials. I'd rather pay my apprentice to actually work around the shop when they're not being taught rather than fuck about and not have them in the studio because they're working somewhere else to pay the bills. I'm talking like 100 quid a week here. Nothing extravagant. If your apprentice is not working, then it's you. Then the problem is you. If they're not working, then fire them. If they're not doing their job, then fire them. Why are they not? How? So, broken teeth, this person is talking to. While online resources, tutorials, and virtual platforms can supplement tattoo education to some extent, in-person education experience are essential for comprehensive and well-rounded apprenticeships. The hands-on learning, immediate feedback, studio environment, and practical skills acquired through in-person education are vital for developing technical, artistic, and professional skills necessary for a successful tattoo career. A tattoo apprenticeship is considered a personal investment rather than a traditional job due to the focus on learning and skill development. The significant time and financial commitment required, the mentorship and the guidance provided, the emphasis on long-term career development, and the opportunity for artistic expression and creativity. It is a unique investment in oneself and one's artistic journey within the tattoo industry. That is so good. So well put. I agree. Everything you are saying, it doesn't change my view on compensating an apprentice for helping you out around the studio, though. If your apprentice is not helping you out around the studio, why are you teaching them? That's the point. If they're not, it's like, well, I got this apprentice, I'm teaching him how to tattoo, but he doesn't really do anything, so I had to pay him so that he would start working. That doesn't make any sense. If he's coming in here to help you, he's learning something from you. He or she, whatever, they are learning something from you. And if they're not putting in effort and value and giving it to you, if they're not willing to work and do the things that they're going to have to do on their own when they become a tattooer for you, you don't do it because you want to. An apprentice is a lot of work. Apprentice is more work for you. Training people sucks. Teaching people sucks. It fucking sucks. And it's a pain in the ass. And you have to say the same shit over and over and over because they're either fucking stupid or fucking young or both. Or they're just, I was like that. I'm not hating on anybody in particular. It's just the way of life. That's how it is. So, I mean, yeah, so Broken Teeth here, she says, I agree with tip outs. If they do well. Certainly, if they do well. I do not do apprenticeships anymore. Although, as a shop owner, I just handle the big and little fuck you fly. I do the same. I pay a shop manager a decent wage, but every now and then we need an extra pair of hands, and the apprentice doesn't mind helping out as they're paid for it. It would be different if they weren't getting paid, so that's why I pay them. It works for us. I get everyone is different. Why are they there if they're not working? Are you just teaching them for free? Are you teaching them on your own, literally your own dime? Literally your own dime. Let's see. Let's see if this person's any good. Stories. Okay. Black and gray realism. Dogs. Yeah. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. Black and gray realistic style. That's a good cover up. The portrait, though, is good. She's no Bob Tyrell, but I mean, she's pretty good. Let's see this. Let's take a look at this. Not bad. Clown face girl. Is she drawing these though? I mean, I don't care if she is or isn't, but it looks like she's a Photoshopper. And that would be me. I typically do that. Well, she looks like she's... How old is she? She looks young. She does nice big pieces. I love doing them. I mean, let's go back up. It's a cool neck tat. Yeah. Or the kid. Let's see these roses. Yeah. See this dog portrait. Yeah. I want to see her face more. See how old she is. Because if she's younger, I think it makes more sense. If she's older, then I probably wouldn't. Let's see. I do not like this one. I like the composition. I think the composition is great. I'm gonna say good, but it's great. I'm not in love with this tattoo though. I'm not in love with this tattoo. A lot of her other ones I like a lot. Blackberry realism is hard though. You know, I'm not gonna knock her for that. That's impressive. Great job on the leopard, jaguar leopard, whatever one it is. I like that. That's great. All right, I snooped around enough. Well, I guess let's respond. Let's see if the are not the shop. Mm. Fuck you, Thomas.
Fuck you, Matt.
Hey,
What's up?
look at this threads.
Why does it smell like rotting food in here? Do you smell that too? I smelled it yesterday coming in.
No.
It smells like a trash can that hasn't been taken out in a while. Like a kitchen trash can.
Well, the dog's right there.
She didn't smell like that. I joked.
Like a kitchen trash can? Is it that one? I don't know. Are you pregnant?
Could be that. I don't think I took that out yesterday. I don't know.
Okay. Look at this.
Who's that?
This lady, I'm going down this threads right now.
Should tattoo apprenticeships be paid?
Thoughts. You're an apprentice.
Yes.
You're an apprentice. Here. Do it for the content.
Oh,
Hold it however the fuck you want. So this lady said tattoo apprenticeship should be paid. Thoughts.
Mm.
And this one person said paid in knowledge and experience.
Yeah.
And what they learn and keep their pockets full and become a licensed tattooer. So this girl right here, I said that this person, this girl, knowledge and experience doesn't hold as much weight nowadays. There's people teaching courses, TikTok tutorials, etc. I'd rather pay my apprentice to actually work around the shop when they're not being taught, rather than fuck about and not have them in the studio because they're working somewhere else to pay bills. I'm talking like 100 quid a week here, nothing extravagant. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's tough because it's not school, and it's not like we're in the fucking plumbers union and we're making meager wages, you know? Even a plumber's apprentice is still doing stuff, you know? I don't know. It is hard. I tend to feel like it depends on whether or not the mentor is exploiting the apprentice or not, because if it's a good shop like here, I wasn't paid, right? But Chad always made sure that I was okay, you know?
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll make sure that you don't like.
Right. That, and this is a good shop. A lot of people get sucked into apprenticeships at shitty shops that have no room for growth, and the people don't really know what to talk about in the first place. And then they're just wasting their fucking time and just, you know, working for free.
Yeah, this one shop had an apprentice for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, see, that guy was getting ripped
like,
off.
I was like, Jesus.
He could have just been lazy and not actually working, but
well, it could be
chances are that guy was being taken advantage of.
Yeah, the owner he wasn't like a complete take advantage of her, but I had heard some stories. He leaned that way. He would squeeze a little bit more out of you if he could. Mm-hmm. I was thinking the point of you being there is to work. Remember when I first started coming back around,
Yeah.
And I told you, you need to, if you're going to learn something from somebody you're going to take with you for the rest of your life, from
Yeah.
somebody who knows shit, you need to alleviate that time.
The least you can do is fucking like help them with the trash.
Yeah, help them with the trash. You need to make it so that you open up their time so they can teach you.
Yeah.
But you're also being nice and giving them a boost and helping them out and just being like, hey, let me do that for you. Like, so, with apprenticeship, especially with the history of tattooing and how it's been, the point is to come into work.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling this girl, I left a comment at the bottom. I was like, if the apprentices are not working without getting paid, then why are they there?
Yeah.
Like you're paying to teach.
You're not contractually obligated to be here.
No,
And it's not quite school, and where you pay to go to school, and then the teacher who's teaching you is getting paid to teach you. Nobody's getting paid to help me out.
it's work.
It is work, and nobody has an obligation to help me. There's no incentive for Nick to help me.
It's actually an anti-incentive because you become competition.
Yeah, exactly. If anything, now suddenly I'm here to scoop up, clients that come in the door.
Well, yeah. Well, now you're competing with Jesse.
Right.
Jesse has to compete with you.
And Jesse very happily tells me all kinds of stuff because I'm always helping him out, and why wouldn't he?
Of course, yeah. Well, if you have a scarcity mindset, then you're definitely gonna think that everything that goes through the door, there's plenty of people getting tattooed, plenty of people there's plenty of work to go around. Yeah. If you're good. If you're not good, you just have to get better, and then you'll start getting work.
Yeah.
But the point is, that's why I'm just kind of doing appointments, or trying to. That's why I think it's a good idea. When I finally talk to Chad, whenever he has time, so we can go have our mandate.
Is that what the chat is about? The dinner, is that about appointments?
I have no idea what it's about. He does that sometimes, but I assume it's not that important because he's pushing it off. So I know a lot of stuff I'm going to bring up.
Yeah.
And try to work it out. But one of the things I was going to bring up is like, well, the reason I'm just trying to do appointments and focus on online stuff is so Thomas can have room to get stuff. Like why he's going to come in and I'm just going to be blasting out all these tramp stamp tattoos, these Be Quick or Dead or whatever she got, Born to Die. The schizophrenic guy who's talking to himself on the couch, and he wanted the Virgo symbols and shit like that.
Are a lot to begin with, yeah.
Huh?
Said walk-ins are a lot sometimes.
Well,
but
they're money.
Yeah, they're
right.
Money.
That's how I made all my money and built up all my clientele through walk-ins.
And I desperately needed the 3 walk-ins that came in yesterday.
Exactly. That's extra money in your pocket, even though you're probably on 50-50, which is the apprentice wage typically.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
That's still what, $50 a pop at least.
$150 plus whatever they choose to tip if they do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so you get $75 a pop. So in 30 minutes, except for that back piece that took you a while, in 30 minutes you made $75.
Yeah.
Each.
And it really helps because I haven't done a walk-in, in probably 2 weeks, 2 weeks and a half.
Well, yeah. Well, I noticed that you go and you get yourself something to eat more often. And you buy things more often. You're like, oh, I got a little bit of money to play with. Which is normal. That's completely normal. You're now all that hard work. Do you feel like all that shit is paid off? The slaving away,
the unpaid, not being paid as an apprentice,
and being yeah,
absolutely. Because I feel like I'm lucky enough to be in a good place where Chad and you and Nick have made sure that I am competent. That all the tattoos I've done from the start up to where I am are pretty much set up to be good ones. I mean, it's school, and I don't have to pay for it, I mean, some people, to learn how to do what they want to do, they pay $100,000, and they pay that off into adulthood,
Yeah. Yeah, most doctors don't even start making money until they're like 40.
Or they sign contract with the union and slowly have to make real money and work at minuscule wages anyway. I make more than my friend Cameron at who's I think he's a plumber, an electrician, but he's an apprentice there, and he gets paid, but he gets paid what you'd make at like McDonald's for a long time. So me having a morning job is no big deal.
Okay, yeah. Well, you had to use it to survive, but at a certain point, there's gonna be a click point.
Yeah.
Where you're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done fucking grilling fucking sausages in the back of a coffee shop.
That and when I really needed to make money, I came in late every single day. Chad was willing to work with me in the actual work schedule that I needed to keep to survive, and told me to just be here when I can be. And since moving across the bay, I've been able to be here pretty much open and close, which is grueling but necessary.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like I've earned it more anyway.
That's true. Yeah. Well, it's the same thing. Like I was telling you, I had to be in 9 to midnight for when I was apprenticing for Steve.
Yeah, fuck that.
And then when I was apprenticing for Rudy, that one was the guy who was working out of his house, and I quit after like a month. He would just call me. He's like, "Come over, I need help." And I was like on fucking fly. That one was a little weird.
I feel like if the apprentice is paid, what kind of respect will you gain with the people that are all expected to just kind of let you into their home? You know, like if Chad paid me to be here, do you think that you or Nick or Jesse would feel as welcoming about me? I feel like the fact that I'm struggling so much and working so hard to be here is helping everybody also help me and give them their little secrets and their tricks and tips and help me draw when I need help.
Yeah, there's a martial arts aspect to that because you can't buy your belts.
Right. If somebody were to just get paid, if there was another person here, a new apprentice, and they got paid to be here, and they can already survive on that.
Yeah.
Then what's the, figure it out.
Yeah, I don't understand what
You're already not losing anything.
Right. Yeah. What else are you doing? So you can play Fortnite. So you have time to play Fortnite and work at Domino's, and it sucks. I did the same shit. I didn't have any fucking free time. You have more free time than I did when I was apprenticing. I had none. I literally just ate, slept, and drank. I practically had to beg Steve, borderline, like, please, let me go get this pussy real quick. Because this one girl wanted to fuck, and she really liked me. She kept like, come over. I was like, I'm apprenticing. I was like, Steve, you gotta let me. It's been like a year and a half, bro.
Let me have a day off.
She's like sending me pictures and shit, and I'm just like, oh my God, Steve, please, And he let me. And then she was weird.
Yeah, it sounds horrible. And from what I've heard about your apprenticeship, the level of hazing and the level of work you had to do for the payoff, from what you've told me, doesn't sound like it was worth it. Sounds ridiculous.
There was some ridiculous aspects, but the thing is about an apprenticeship too. One of the vital aspects of you're not working because I need you to do this.
Yeah.
I can do all of this shit. I don't need you to break me down.
Yeah.
I don't need you to set me up. Why? I have to teach you. It's more work. Right. I have to come in and be like, no, not like that. No, not like that. It's not for me.
Right.
It's for you.
Yeah.
So you can see how everyone's set up.
Right.
And how everyone breaks down and how everyone sets up and all the different tools. We're all different.
Yeah.
Chad's different, Nick's different, I'm different. All of our setups are like different. Chad, how you break Chad down and set Chad up is way different than how you set me up.
Yeah.
It's way different. But now you've done it. I did the same thing with Steve. I set him up so many times. I set him up so many times for piercings and I set him up so many times for tattoos. But by the time I was ready to do it myself, I already knew what to do.
Muscle memory, yeah.
I just did it.
It's already natural. You don't look uncomfortable or weird.
I watched him pierce so many times. I watched him do all this shit so many times. And by the time he never taught me how to pierce. I just knew what to do because I watched him so many times.
Yeah.
And with tattooing, same thing. Tattooing's a little different because there's a lot of tactileness to it. But you do it because it's for you. Like you work because it's for you. The work is for you. When the thing that I learned when I apprenticed, where it started, is how to run the shop. And so Steve didn't have to do a thing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so Steve didn't have to do anything. It's not like it's that hard, but I learned a schedule. I learned exactly what needed to be done. I learned the ins and outs of an autoclave. We had an ultrasonic back then. I learned how to scrub tubes, and we use Alkanox and Clorox, and that's just what we did.
Yeah.
At Pokers, and maintaining the trash and when the schedules were, and then you just develop a system, a method, a way of living just by doing it. I knew how to run a shop by the time I had left the apprenticeship.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's when someone else picked me up. They're like, "Hey, you know how to run a shop?" They're like, "Do it for us," and then we'll just let you rip tattooing.
Yeah, it makes you irreplaceable. On top of that, all the cleaning makes you fucking take some pride in where you work and how it is presented to the general public. Because some people, especially if they're just let in and not expected to do much, or if it's kind of like a, like a job, you might not have the same respect for the place you work, and you might get into actually tattooing, and your shit's a mess because you don't really care. You're not getting paid to clean it anymore, so why clean it?
Exactly. Yeah. So, and we all take care of everything. This place runs like a unit. It's like a little pirate ship. I tell everyone, I was like, it's not really like, this is like a pirate ship. This is like a crew.
Yeah.
We're all on the same boat. It's not like when you go to work and there's those people that you say hi to but you never talk to, kind of thing. You just work with everybody.
Yeah.
You just, it's a unit. It's like when COVID happened. And I remember being here with my gun because Chad thought someone was breaking in. And someone was. They didn't break into here. They actually broke into the gas station. They smashed all the windows and they took the cigarettes. But they were peeping in the window, like the alarm went off. They had done something to
door.
Yeah, they had done something to the door that had triggered the alarm, and the camera started flaring up, and I showed up with a bat and a couple other weapons, and we were just standing there. And I mean, I had, how far away he lived?
He got there before you did.
Yeah. And he ended up chasing the guy all around fucking Concord, like freaking him out, like because they had broke into the liquor store and he caught him and he was just chasing him in his big old Tundra. And
Chad the Punisher.
Yeah. Say, that's the last guy I want fucking to be on his bad side. Anyone who owns a tattoo shop is fucking crazy, dude. You never want to be on their bad side. Maybe he doesn't know what the Instagram login is. Maybe he doesn't know how. Maybe he spends too many fucking reels that are dumb. But man, you do not want to be on the wrong end of a barrel of that guy when he's got the Holy Ghost running through him. All right, I'm done. Okay. This is good.
I hope my fucking point was cohesive, because what I was trying to get across was that it is school and we don't have to pay for it, so it makes sense that somebody should have to earn the things they learn here. And yeah, it's all on YouTube, but some of the YouTube videos that I watch now, going back to them, they're fucking they're half the information's wrong. Some of it's just straight up not true.
Really?
And presented as factual, but if somebody actually tried doing that to somebody, I already know that would overwork somebody. Going in, and it's not like people learning off of YouTube have Nick Portugal over their shoulder to go, "Oh, you're doing too much there. You're gonna fuck them up."
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's something to be said for you can spend 100 hours researching something, but until you do it, or even then, let's say you don't do it, even just spending an hour with a master sometimes is just so much more impactful than researching, reading every book on business on it, possibly.
Yeah.
A lot of times just that master experience, that's why people pay.
Yeah, some people pay for apprenticeships. I'm honestly a little suspicious of people who want to pay somebody just a little bit to learn,
No, you're not wrong about that, but I meant that's why people pay for a master businessman's time.
Oh, yeah.
But you're not wrong about that. That one's weird. That one's a weird one.
It's how badly do you want people to fucking, work for you, and why? I don't know.
All
You
right.
gotta be one angel of a person to want to pay your apprentice, I think. That or suspicious. You're either like a saint or, you know, why can't you get anybody else to work here aside from the guy with no experience?
It would be like, especially with the level of competition in the world, it's like you're gonna pay somebody. What about like I'll do it for free if I wanted to learn. It's like, oh, you're gonna pay that person. I'll do it for free, and I'll do it with a smile on my face. That's how I was when I was an apprentice. I was like, I will outwork everybody. I will outwork. I wasn't the best. I'm not the best artist. I'm not the best tattooer.
Yeah.
I'm not the best, most talented. But if I just put in more time than everyone else, you can't control that. Everyone's got the same amount of hours.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I just put in way more time. Put in over, 12? Over 15 hours a day at that shop.
Yeah. And apprenticeships are hard as fuck to get, too.
And they're hard to get.
One. And now that I know about the other shops in this area, I know how easy it would have been to have been an apprentice at somewhere dog shit.
Yeah.
I could have just stumbled into somewhere. Cause what the fuck do I know about tattoos?
Exactly.
At the time.
Exactly.
Not enough.
Yeah, that was my problem too because I was taking whatever I can get, but then I was like, none of these fools know how to teach. They either are not as experienced as they're saying. Everyone has got to sell their brand, right? And they all say that they're the shit. You know, everyone's got that good. Whenever you're buying off the streets, everyone's got the good goods. So man, everyone fucking says that shit. But it's easy to get caught up in somebody who's not really that good and is not going to teach you well. And maybe even if they are good, they don't really know how to teach. That's kind of what happened to me.
Yeah.
Like I still had to piece a lot together on my own because how my mentor translated information was not great. And back in Lancaster, that shit is, it's like the zip code theory.
Yeah.
You ever hear about that?
No.
That the best way to predict future success, it's not race, gender, sexual orientation, none of that things. It's your zip code. It's when you're in a shitty zip code, you don't know how the rest of the world. So when kids go to college, their zip code improves. And then they go, oh, this is what's possible. Oh, this is what it's really like. It's like when they just gave cell phones and internet, Starlink, gave internet to this remote tribe. And now they're like, all the kids want to be YouTubers now.
That poor tribe.
Yeah.
It's such a shame.
They
had such a good life.
Well, I know. They said like half the kids want to be traditional, and the other half, like there are some kids that they interviewed. I read through the article because it was actually really interesting, and I read a whole fucking article, not the headline.
The tribe real quick.
Right? Yeah, but it's also save people. Like there's snake bites, and they can contact medical services right away. There's this one kid that they interviewed, one teenager they interviewed, and he said, I didn't know what the world was like. He's planning to travel the world. He's like, I want to see the world. I want to go to all the major places. People are teaching themselves, educating themselves through the internet and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but how the article started is all hooked on porn.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, dude, tattooing isn't like learning to code, It's not like you can't really learn it with command prompt and a YouTube video, and then immediately go into the workforce and have those skills.
Yeah, and expect to be,
You need to work in a shop.
Well, it's like when you go to college too. Like there was a big push. This is that person's Instagram that posted that question. The animal portraits are really good.
Yeah.
The human portraits are good. They're okay. Like that one's
Marlon
okay.
Brando?
Marlon Brando.
No, that was supposed to be Johnny Cash.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. It's not my fault. But, like, these are good. The Memento Moris.
Yeah.
And
nothing wrong with the work. I mean, I'm
the
sure
most
she's a good artist. Some people, I feel like...
She seems...
I don't think apprentices should be paid, but I feel like mentors should make sure that the apprentice is like doing okay, you know? Because if
Yeah.
Chad wasn't so obviously concerned for my well-being and semi-regularly making sure and asking if like, how's my job? Am I
This
making
is
rent?
her.
Is everything going okay? You know,
You got blackout sleeve. That's cool.
if you're being treated like dirt, I don't think that's necessary today, but you can find a better place to be where people fucking treat you like a human being. But
Yeah.
at the same time, there should still be, I don't see any reason you should be paid. It's just sweeping the fucking floor and
Yeah.
hanging out. It's not like you're fucking sewing shoes together in the back.
Right. Yeah.
And then and the stuff that wasn't tattoo related, like helping Chad fucking build his race car, that I know it had nothing to do with tattooing, but that was just kind of fun and I wanted to help him out. That was just relationship building with Chad. You know?
Absolutely. That's a good way to look at it. I mean, I bust his chops for it, but it's like, you're still part of it. You're still in it.
Yeah.
And that's really what Chad likes to see. I'm not crazy about this Nightmare Before Christmas,
That
though.
looks fucking rough, man. Needs more contrast.
It does
That's
need more
just a
contrast.
huge white thing up top. Easily fixed, but
Yeah, totally. Just needs more. Just definitely needs more to it. Professional camera. This zoom, this focal point is off, though. You can just tell. This looks pretty good, though. Looks like it's a 1.8. Now I know a little bit more about cameras. That's a little.
she's definitely not a scratcher.
She's not a scratcher. No, she's
talented work.
She's talented. When I'm on Threads, I snoop.
Yeah.
Because it's like Twitter, but everyone's portfolio is linked. So when you see someone talking shit, I can go in and just be like, okay, let's see what this person's working.
Yeah.
It's like,
see if they're compensating for something.
So she's a co-owner in Darlington. I don't care. All right. That's it. I think that's good.
Fuck yeah.
Let's just get to work.
Yeah. Marky's outside.